What's up, guys? And I'm back with some more information that y'all can use to better your lives, get some more potency into your magic, regardless of what it may be. If you're just trying to meditate to reach a state of bliss, or if you're trying to be able to have stronger spells and conjurings and all of those types of stuff. Yes, telekinesis, all of these things I am going to teach you now. In the last video I was talking about the standing meditation that's going to give you an extreme amount of energy, so check that video out if you haven't seen it yet. But in this video I'm going to tell you about the circle meditation. So this is a very simple meditation. I'll see if I have enough time. There's two types of meditation I do while I'm sitting down. Small circle and big circle. So this one's big circle. So now what you're going to do is you sit cross-legged, right? If you can do full lotus position, do the full lotus. If you can't, that's fine. You just cross your legs in whichever way it's possible for you. And you begin your meditation like normal. Have your hands on your lap. I'm gonna try this. I'm trying to figure out a way to be able to hold this camera so that you guys can actually see what I'm trying to show you. But what you're gonna want to do is hold your hands, your hands interlaced, right? So what you're gonna want to do is hold your hands interlaced like this, and you're gonna put it on your lap, but close to the midsection. It's like practically underneath your belly, right? It's all the way in here, because you're gonna want your chest a little bit forward, and your elbows. I really can't show you, so I'm hoping that you guys can understand the way I'm telling you. You want your elbows, right? You want, let's say my other hand was already interlaced, and this is right here. And you want your elbow back here so that your shoulders are back. So when both shoulders are back and this hand is like this and your chest is a little bit forward, it's like your shoulder plates are pinching your spine. Your shoulder plates are like squeezing in on your spine, and when that happens, your spine is elongated. It's being straightened because the two plates are pushing it together, keeping it straight up and down, right? So okay, let me see. I'm trying to make sure I remember everything. So now what this is doing now is keeping your back straight, keeping everything up, your chin a little bit down. Everything is practically the same as regular meditation and in yoga, right? Now here's where the big circle comes in. Your consciousness. Alright, if you haven't learned how to do this, you might want to check this out. I might make a different video to explain consciousness and how to move it around in your head or in your body, how to send your consciousness to somewhere. But the best way I can explain it right now is to place your thought in a particular area. So imagine if your thought itself was a ball of energy. So I'm going to place my consciousness right here in my third eye. So I feel my mind here. My consciousness is right here. And then if I move it down, now my consciousness is over here, is down here, so on. So now what I'm doing is, when I breathe in, I'm gonna let my belly get real big. So I'm not breathing with my chest, I'm now breathing with my belly. I'm breathing with my belly, I'm taking in this energy, my consciousness is going down. When it gets down to your bottom chakra, the last chakra, which is the South Pole, which is right between your testicles and your butthole, right? If you're a lady, you know, I don't know, your hoo-ha and your butthole, right? The area right in between. When your consciousness gets there, what you're gonna want to do is, it might sound a little funny, but you're gonna want to pucker your butthole a little bit. Like if you was the muscles, if you was contracting, if you was holding it, like squeezing it. If this was your butthole, right? You're doing that. You know what I'm saying? You're doing that. Now it's gonna take a little bit of practice to understand that those muscles, we don't really use them consciously. You know, you use the bathroom, you don't really think about the way your butt muscles are working, right? But what you're doing is you're gonna pucker that up a little bit, and for guys, you're gonna feel you're gonna do something else a little bit forward where you feel your testicles rise a little bit. Now, if you're a guy, you know what I'm talking about. If you can move some muscles here and you can feel them lift up. If you're a girl, you can feel those the actual area, you know what I'm talking about, tighten. You know, you're moving those muscles and that tightens. So, you know, the butt and that area, if you're a guy, your testicles are lifting, the butt is closing. If you're a girl, the butt is closing and the vagina is also closing. Why? Is because these holes, these are holes where energy leaks out. Why, when you're doing meditation, why does your tongue have to touch the top of your lip, the top of your roof, the roof of your mouth? Is because it's building that connection. It's completing the circuit, right? If you know about meditation, you know about this. So what you're doing is the same thing down here. This way, you don't have energy leaking out from underneath you. So now, once your consciousness is there, and this is puckered, and your testicles a little bit raised, or your vagina is a little bit tightened, right? What you're doing is now it's going around to the back, to your spine, and it's slowly going up your spine, up to right over here, where is your 8th chakra point, right in the back of your neck, right? And then it's gonna come up to your crown chakra, and it's gonna come back down, and you're gonna keep doing this big circle. It's going all the way around, straight down to here, up your spine. Every time it reaches down here, you pucker a little bit on your butt so it closes, and then you go all the way to the top. When it gets to the top, from the back, it gets to the top, then you let go of the muscles. You loosen the muscles that are in the, you know, southern region. You come down, and when it gets there again, you do that again. This is what it's going to feel like. Your consciousness is going to feel like a ball of light or energy. It's going to climb your spine. When it gets to the top of your head, you're going to feel a rush going over your brain. Tingle, anything, there's going to be an energy there. What's happening is that this energy that you're building while it's traveling, and then those muscles that are puckering lightly at the bottom, you're now bringing it back up your spine, and it's bringing energy from your spine and a fluid. There's a fluid that the doctors are discovering recently, that actually this fluid is supposed to be getting to your spine to heal it and to nurture it. Better said, to nurture your brain. It goes from your spine, gets to your brain, and it nurtures your brain. This is why when somebody has bad posture, it's very bad for your health, and it causes a lot of other problems, because that liquid isn't getting to your brain, and that liquid is what's going to keep you with really good cognitive functions. It's going to improve that. They say if you're a fighter and you've had a concussion, you should immediately start meditating. Meditating literally reverses brain damage. Now, I can't say brain damage itself, because I'm pretty sure brain damage is permanent, but smaller ends of brain damage, like a concussion from a punch, if you start meditating, this can help you. Have you ever seen a boxer? After a long career, they start slurring their words. If they were meditating, this liquid would have been repairing their brain, and it could have been a block for that slurring to not occur. If you understand what I'm saying. So remember, consciousness starts here. You breathe in, your belly gets big. Like as you're breathing in, this is going down, your belly's getting big. When you get to the bottom, the butt puckers, testicles lift. Now your big belly, you push it in. Now you're breathing. Now you're breathing out, but now it's coming up your spine. As you're breathing out, your belly's going in, your butt and your testicles or vagina is tightening slightly, lightly, right? And you're breathing in. All this energy that was here is breathing in into your spine. It's not leaking out your butt or any of these other areas because it's slightly tightened. And also that slight tightened, whenever something is slight tightened, if you ever seen a mudra when somebody does Tai Chi hands or something, it's because that very slight stretch, a very light stretch, that builds energy. That builds energy. That stuff, that energy you're building, you're now bringing it up to the top of your brain, and you're feeling that rush. Give it a second. Once your consciousness gets up here, give it a second for that energy to rush over your brain, and then go back down. And continue doing this 10-20 minutes. Personally, I think 1 hour should be your minimum. If you do this constantly, your brain will be getting fed constantly. Your brain will be getting fed by your qi and your jing. Your jing in Chinese, that's your life essence. Life essence is the equivalent to your semen. It's your semen or the key or the power that's in semen, the life energy. All right, your blood has key in it. It has energy in it. Your semen does too, but your semen is a little different because this is life, and this is what we call jing. All right, so make sure you research your 3 treasures: your jing, your shin, which is your spirit, and your chi. If you do big circle, it's going to be you're going to circulate this energy, bring it up to your brain. You're going to have better cognitive function. You're going to be able to find words that you're trying to say faster. You're going to be able to do tons of things that you weren't able to do before. And the best thing about this all is that this is going to align your conscious mind with your subconscious mind. So that when you do a spell, when you do some sort of sigil, when you do anything that involves magic, everything is aligned and everything goes correctly. And not to mention, the more energy you have, the more energy you can put into these things, and the better that they work. The more you're going to be able to attract the correct energies around you. If you're working with particular deities or spirits or anything like that, this is going to keep you strong, so that you're not at an extremely high level of, like a high level risk. But make sure, if you are a beginner and you're watching this, don't go conjuring up Satan. Give it some time. I'm joking, obviously, but honestly, like, give it time. Work with some angels, work with some Wicca type stuff first, work with the good stuff first. Don't jump into the deep end. Do your standing meditation. Get a good diet. Do your big circle meditation. And next, I'm going to teach you small circle meditation, which will take you deeper than you've ever gone before into meditating. It's going to, you will feel like your body is apart from yourself. You might even start to hallucinate, like great Taoists have been for thousands of years. These hallucinations aren't necessarily hallucinations. These are manifestations of energy. Watching waves come down from the heavens. These waves come down while your eyes are closed, washing over you, filling you with energy. You might end up seeing what Taoists call the white tiger and the green dragon, where a white light and a green light seem to be dancing in front of your eyes. And this is a great sign that you're going up the ladder in consciousness. And eventually, if you keep doing your standing meditation, your big circle meditation, and your small circle meditation, you'll eventually get to a point where you'll start seeing some sacred geometry. Sacred geometry, guys. And after that, there's only one more way to go, and that's the opening of your third eye through nothing more than meditation. Deuces, guys.